Hey backers, it's Rico.
And Jordan.
And we're here today to do an unboxing of the deck of mini animated things and the deck of cantrips. We were lucky and just got them in this week, so...
Yeah, we're excited to show them to you.
Okay, let's get to it.
All right, first off, we're going to take a look at the first animated spell deck, which is the cantrip cards. We designed a box with a little window on the front so that you can, right now you can see Eldritch Blast, but you can feature any spell that you want, your favorite wizard sidearm, the cantrips. You can show at the front. If Rico wants to pop those open, we can show you some of the samples inside. On the back is a list of all the spells so you remember what's actually in there. Yeah, so Eldritch Blast, the Warlock's favorite. All the stats are on the back. These have been revised to make sure they're nice and crystal clear for you. Something we've also done is on the back of the cards we actually show down at the bottom which classes can use the spell. So that's going to come in handy, I think, when you're choosing. Chill Touch, this is one I don't think a lot of people have seen. Dancing Lights, animated by yours truly, and the very first animated spell of all time, so, you know, it only got better from there. Druidcraft, done by local animator Darren Bird. You're going to see a lot of like artists in and out of all of the different spells, and it's been a real blast working with everybody. We're really excited. Firebolt, another one that launched the campaign. Guidance, someone getting some a little boost to their brain power there. Got the light spell. Mage Hand, classic, flipping a coin. Giovanni Maruto, I think they animated that one. So many talented artists on this project. Mending, it's one of my favorites, I think, one of our favorites. Message, kind of one of our first ones with a character on it, which is interesting. I didn't know I was doing commentary on all of them, but yeah, Minor Illusion, a box turning into a better box. Again, they've all got the stats and everything on the back, and so you can see all the little rules. And there's Poison Spray. Some of the spells had a lot of different effects, so figuring out what effect to show on Prestidigitation was a little bit of a hassle, but we decided to go with the light being switch it on and off. So there's Produce Flame. Wear leather gloves for your protection, obviously. Ray of Frost, it's the ice one. I mean, you folks all know all about all these, but we're excited to show them off to you. Yeah, here's our homage to sort of Han Solo shooting first there, dodging out of the way from the benefit of resistance. Sacred Flame, this is one of my favorites from the cantrips. Nice blast from the heavens. Oh, look at this. This is Shillelagh. This is the other spell that I animated. I had a lot of fun. I'd never animated in Photoshop before, so it was a neat experience. Shocking Grasp, another one from Darren Bird, I think. Lightning Fingers. Spare the Dying is a little grotesque when you loop it, but you know, it is a bird being saved from the brink of death. This one is very subtle, but it ended up kind of looking cool. Thaumaturgy being used to change the color of the wizard's eyes. So that one's a very subtle one, but a lot of fun. More eyeball stuff, True Strike. Interpreting the spells and trying to figure out what they would look like has always been kind of fun. Vicious Mockery is, again, one that we worked hard on trying to figure out what it would look like. So kind of has this JRPG feel to it that I like. And so these are our Spellcraft cards. You'll see that on the back they're blank, and they have a dry erase back. So actually you can fill in whatever spell you like. And these were inspired by different effects and that kind of thing. This is Mimichu with the ringing bell there. Some of these Spellcraft cards were actually meant to be other spells that we ended up not liking the effect so much for the spell itself, but liked the animation. So this, I think, was a Remove Curse spell, but it ended up...
Greater Restoration.
Whoa, that was Greater Restoration, yeah. So you can see how it ended up being a lot more like a curse happening to it. So we really loved Mate's animation on it, so we decided to put it on one of these. This was another spell too, I can't remember which one. I think a lot of these are from later spells that ended up being repurposed into Spellcraft cards. This is just some funky effects that look good on the card.
It was a thunder wave.
Thunder wave attempt, yeah.
One time, but it still looked really good, just not for what we needed.
Yeah. The learning curve on all of these was interesting to learn how to do things right. This is a cool effect, kind of like a defensive spell against weaponry, you know. I really like this. That's James Frio. James Frio, yeah. There's a... Yeah. He was late to the game, but really great. And then we've got the whipping vine animation, which actually turned out pretty good. Kind of a Tim Burton feel to that. And this is our legal documentation to make sure that we're all on the level. And a thank you and all of that. So there you go. That's the Cantrips deck. That's just the first of 10 decks. So yeah, we're pumped. Next up, the other deck we got in, which I think a lot of you will be very excited about, is the deck of many animated things. This is really, really magical. It really feels like the real magic item. And Cami did an amazing job on all the animated effects. Cami is the animator that we got to work with, who also did the opening for the sort of the cartoon opening for D&D Beyond. So we were really excited to be working with her. She did all the animations in here along with some help from her brother, I believe. Kevin, yeah. And they just made some amazing work. So these are the cards from the actual deck of many things. We went with the option of not having the text, the rules printed on the cards, so that we can showcase the art completely, but also so that DM can change rules and make the cards their own. They're gonna look pretty good on the camera, but you're gonna be super excited when you see them close up. A lot of the animations are a little more subtle in the spell card effects, but they are really, really magnificent. What else can I say? Designing these was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with Cami. She did a lot of the work for us. We gave basic ideas, and then she came up with things. Here's the fates, editing your past or your past mistakes. Flames, this one's cool. This one, a lot of this stuff really reminds me of old Disney kind of things. There's a real Fantasia feel to this one.
My favorite's Uriel.
Yeah.
I just love the noodly hair.
The noodly hair and like the mirror reflection and stuff. It's really, really good.
There we go.
Yeah, the Fool making his bad choices. They're just really vibrant. We're really excited to have you guys get your hands on these. We want to see them in action at your tables. So the first time you drop this down for your players, make sure you get a picture. The Idiot, based on me, of course. The Jester, also, unsurprisingly based on me. This was one of the first ones we did, and I remember she really knocked it out of the park with a little hopping back and forth. The key, I believe, summons a magic item for you, and so we have this image. We actually have a picture of it. It's like a tarot card with a key on it that turns into a sword. It's kind of a meta thing. There's another one that reminds me a lot of maybe Sleeping Beauty, kind of Disney type art. So I
thought you were going to say you again. That's nice.
Yeah. I've got many sides. I wear many hats. Yeah. This one has a Putzi Price feel, which I think is intentional when we kind of like gave that as a guidance. But little guy standing on the moon. Spooky Rogue. She did a really good job of them all being different but unified together. She just has this really nice graphic style. I really like the Ruin card. It's probably one of the more dramatic transitions. Spooky Skull. So this card summons a Avatar of Death, and we'll show it to you when we get to it, but there is a bit of an error on that card, which we're fixing for you. So the star, we did try not to put too many references in here, but this guy might resemble one of your favorite bards from internet fame, so if you can figure it out, let us know. More colorful things happening. This is a neat one. Crushing the Orb. I don't know what the inspiration was for it, but it looks cool. This one you get a castle, but it's full of monsters, and so you have to go and clear it out. So we wanted to show a guy battling for his new castle. We reused some characters from card to card, so this is actually the same as the idiot card. So the vizier, who improves your intelligence when you draw him, is also losing his mind in the idiot card. So it's kind of a neat pairing. So here we go. Here's the Avatar of Death. So this is actually not just an animated card, and actually one of the coolest in the deck, but on the back we'll have the stats for the Avatar of Death. Unfortunately, an error at the printing meant that they all share the same back. It shares the same back as the rest of the cards. And so we are going to the next week we'll be receiving the replacement cards for those, and each one of you who got one of these Deck of Many things is going to get a replacement Avatar of Death card, yeah. So you'll end up with two. You'll have one that you can kind of just show off, and the other one that has the stats on the back. So we'll make sure that you're all set up. It also comes with a actually really, really nicely designed little booklet that used as a guide to the different cards. So you can see they've got the cool illustration on the top, and then the details on what the effect of the card is on the bottom. So that way you can keep the rules separate from the kind of magic of the deck, and you don't need to worry about players knowing what's going to happen to them before it's too late. So we hope you like these, and we can't wait for you to have them. It's an amazing deck. As backers, you'll recall that we had some stretch goal sort of exclusives for the campaign. One of them was the Meteor Swarm, animated by Meng He. He's one of our really talented animators. This is actually his test, but it ended up just being amazing, and he's been working on us. You'll see his influence all the way through the decks. We're also providing you with a Sips, the character from one of Dingo Doodle's cartoons, animated casting the lightning bolt. Unfortunately, that will be arriving a little later than the rest. It'll be arriving with the replacement of the Avatar of Death. So we're actually only going to be able to start shipping next week, but as soon as we have everything in, we're going to be sending things out. So just got to wait a little bit longer, and we're excited too. So we're going to get these out to you as quickly as we can. Thanks for tuning in with us. We hope you're excited about what you've seen here today. We can't wait to start shipping it all out to you, and then you can hold them in your hands yourself. So
yeah, and when we get the rest of them in next month, we'll do another one of these videos.
Yeah.